Hello everybody and welcome back to Zen911's Indie Intros. I'm Zen911 with PxlGrease, and the indie game that we're going to look at today is called the Escapists. I really like the art style in this game, and I've had a pretty good time playing it so far. I haven't really made it to the point where I've actually got out of prison at this point, but it's a pretty good game. There's some things that I consider a little monotonous about the game, but overall I think it's a lot of fun and it's definitely worth the money you pay for it. So this game is made by Moldy Tooth Studios, and it's really, my favorite thing about the game is the art style, so I'll let you kind of take a look at just a game I've got in progress here. So you play as a cellmate who is trying to get out of prison, and it's a real kind of, it's a cool concept. You know, you have your scheduled day, you go through a day, and every day has different scheduled activities. Like this is morning roll call. There's a roll call at night, and there's a bunch of different things. It's kind of a glimpse into prison life for, you know, the average person. There are a lot of other cellmates here, and the cellmates give you quests that you can go on to earn money. And you use the money to buy items, and there's a crafting system. So it's definitely been thought out real well, and there's a lot of cool elements to the game. So what I'll probably do is just take you through a typical day in the life of the Escapists. So you start off the day with a roll call, and then you have breakfast. And all the meal, this is kind of a meal phase in the day, and all the meal phases help you recover your fatigue. So let me just, while we're sitting here, there's not much going on in this particular phase, so I'll go ahead and explain some of the stuff that's going on the left here. So at first we have our cash, it's the green number here. We have our health, which, you know, if it drops to 0, then you're incapacitated and taken to the infirmary. You have your heat, which is blue here. And once this gets to 100%, they'll actually start killing you instantly. The cops will. And then you have your fatigue, and your fatigue is what you use to gain skills in the 3 different attributes that you have in the game. Let's take a look at your profile real quick. So in your profile, you have 3 different attributes. You have strength, which I'm assuming dictates how much damage you do with your punches and your melee attacks. You have your speed, which is how fast you run, I'm assuming. And you have your intellect, which really, for me, has determined what jobs I've been able to get and what crafting things I could do, you know, recipes I could put together. So you also have 2 different equipment slots. You have this outfit slot where you can have, you know, clothing on. Everybody in general gets the inmate outfit, but you can put other outfits on, you know, like mainly the guard's outfit. You can dress like a guard. And you have this weapon slot, which starts off without anything, you know, you're kind of barehanded, but you can pick up different weapons or craft weapons that you can use, like shivs and hammers and things like that you can use to deal extra damage in combat. So during the free period, this is a good time to kind of build your skills. And as you know, like right now I'm looking at the internet, that ups my intelligence. And you can see my fatigue number going up here. Looks like there's a fight that just broke out. Get him! I'm gonna go steal some stuff off this guy. As long as the guard isn't looking. The game is really all about, ooh, a cookie. Look at that. It's really all about doing things and getting away with them, you know, without the guards knowing that you're doing them. So I think that's enough intelligence for me for now. I'm going to go in here and work on speed. Speed is my worst attribute. So to train on the treadmill, you left click on it, and then you alternate between the E key and the Q key. You just keep doing that. Now that dictates how fast you run. Looks like it's lunchtime. And then the distance gives you the modifier for your speed. thing that's a lot of help in the game, especially for your first day, is this arrow. This little yellow arrow tells you where to go. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on the food tray, which will pick up a tray, and I'm going to go sit down by clicking on the left clicking on the seat, and that will bring down my fatigue. There are also icons above inmates' heads here. The pouch, the money pouch, it means that they are a vendor. So if you right click on them and you go to the vendor tab, you can actually buy things from them. And there's another fight. Man, these guys are out of control today. I'm gonna steal from him too. Deluxe toilet roll. I wonder what that is. Ooh, glass shank. That's nice. Alright, so it's time for me to report to work. So I do have a job. I work in the metal shop, which is, I think, the highest paying job. Just gonna go here and stash away my... Man, I have a bunch of stuff. Flush my soap. And your desk is where you keep... Oh, I have a plunger, I think. I guess that's what I use that for. Yeah. The desk is where you can keep stuff that you don't want people to find, or it's basically your chest. It lets you hide extra stuff. You can also use it to get access to the vent system. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over here to where my job is, the metal press. All the guards are yelling at me. And I'm going to do work. Now to do work here, I just left click on metal supplies and it gives me a sheet of metal. And then if I click on that or press 4, it lets me use that, and I use it on the press, which will turn it to a license plate. And then I can take the license plate and I can put it on the plates container, and that starts filling up my job quota. So I'm going to do that over and over again. Maybe. There we go. That sound means that I've met my quota for the day, so I have some extra time to do what I want to during this period, but not much. The inmates that have the exclamation marks over their heads, they have quests for you. So, looks like currently I'm booked up, but let's just take a look at your journal. So that's number 8 here. If you click on this, it tells you your current tasks that you have in the first tab here. And so if you get these quests done, then you're able to earn the amount of money here specified on the right. The second tab are crafting notes. You can buy crafting notes from vendors, and they will tell you how to make different things. You start off the game without knowing how to craft anything, so you have to get these crafting notes to help you understand how to make the different items in the game. I don't really know if you can craft something if you don't know how to craft it in the game. Like if you didn't have a crafting note for a spiked bat, I'm not sure that you can make that spiked bat until you get that crafting note. Something I'll have to do some research on and update in the comments section. But that's kind of what this journal tab is about. And I'll show you the crafting tab. I'm not going to craft anything currently, but it's pretty simple. You just drop something that you have over here, click on it, it puts it in the crafting tab, and then you can click this craft button and it'll put it together and try to make something. So now's an exercise period and another fight. Rob these guys. How about a postcard or a bed sheet? Either one of those sound good? What's this guy got? Comb, a tube of talcum powder or a broom. Nope, that doesn't sound good. So back to training. Now it's time for a shower. Shower block. I'm gonna get in here and stand. Take my shower. And the shower also brings down your fatigue as well. And in any of these phases, if you're not where you're supposed to be, you know, you draw attention to yourself, your heat level goes up. Now this is the current one that I'm playing is the easiest escapist cell or jail to try to escape from. It's minimum security. So I'm sure the game scales up based on what jail you're in. I just haven't got to a point where I've actually gotten out of this jail yet. It's quite tricky. There's a bunch of different things that, you know, that you have to do. And if you get caught, it pretty much resets you back to before you tried to get anything or do anything. For instance, I finally located a screwdriver earlier and unscrewed a vent and got up in the vent system and was working on unscrewing a wall that was in my way, and a guard walked by and saw that the vent wasn't there, and so they caught me and put me in solitary and wouldn't let me, you know, took back all the progress. The vent was screwed back on and I have to start all over. So it's quite tricky to get out, at least for me. So there's a lot of good elements about this game, but one thing I feel like it sort of lacks in is there's no real motivation to get out of this prison. You know, I mean, I'm perfectly fine just walking around and earning my money, right, and staying in prison. I don't really feel a strong pull to try to escape. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not, but you know, it's something. If I'm gonna point something out about the game that I'd like to see, that would be something an improvement I think could be made to the game, is to give us a real kind of desire to help this character get out of prison. Right now in my free time, I'm going to go and look here. So my speed is absolutely terrible, so I'm going to go run on the treadmill some more. Run, Forrest, run! I feel like they should be playing that, like the Karate Kid song, while I'm running. Or Rocky, maybe like Rocky. Eye of the Tiger. My fatigue is up to about 71%, so I've still got some time here to run. Probably going to do that up until 22. Now at 2200, they're going to have another roll call, and after that, it'll be lights out. All right. That's all I got. All right, so let's go to roll call. Whitney's got anything worthwhile to buy. Ooh, there's another crafting note, so let's buy that off him. And click on this sturdy pickaxe. So I have to get a lightweight pickaxe first, which I have not seen, so I doubt I'm going to get one of those. What quests do I have? Let's just look at those. So beat up Larson, beat up Officer Xavier, beat up Mika, and locate a sponge. Alright. There's another vendor. Let's see what he's got. Crowbar. Sold. You can tell this is a minimum security prison, and I feel like the dialogue between the guards and the inmates, it's really humorous. You know, it's real lightweight, and you know they're always griping about someone stole somebody's pudding, and you know one of them I saw said, you know, better call Saul, which is pretty funny. So I have a crowbar. I'm gonna try, since for the sake of the let's play, I'm gonna go ahead and put this down and try to break out of this place. Oh, maybe I can't. Can't use a crowbar on the vent? Come on. Can I use it on my door? Ooh, there's a guard. Better not try yet. Well, what the heck good is a crowbar? Something else that would be nice in the game is if, you know, there was a little bit more of a description around what each item does and what you can use it for. You know, crowbar is a good example. You know, I would have thought that I could have used that to try to break out of here, but it looks like maybe it's just a weapon. I'm sure it has other uses because it has a durability, like a screwdriver, but I'm not really sure what that would be. So, anyway, some other things here in the cell. The dispose or the toilet here is what you use to get rid of items. So if you have too many items in your inventory, you can throw them in the toilet and flush it. The only catch is you can only flush it once every, I don't know, a minute as far as the game is concerned, but it seems to be a little longer than a minute to me. To save your progress in the game, you just sleep in your bed, and it actually forwards you ahead all the way to the next day for roll call at 8 o'clock. Here we are back again, day 2. Let's see what our vendors have to sell for us today. Well, I don't have much money, but a stepladder. Nice. How do you hide a stepladder? I don't understand. Alright. I like how they call us darlings. It's real cute. But my single favorite thing about this game is the old throwback style of graphics. You know, I like these. I like the characters. I wish there were more games that had this art style. It makes it a lot of fun, and it's kind of a lighthearted game right off the bat, just from the art style, which makes it very entertaining for me. Okay, so that sort of concludes a day, you know, in the life of the Escapists. I'm not really sure where to go to from here, other than just kind of give a summary of the game and kind of let you know what my thoughts are, just to kind of summarize what I've said. I think the game is a lot of fun. I really feel like it has a lot of potential. The only thing I'll say about the game is there's no real driving factor in the character, you know, in the story of the game. I don't feel like there's any story in the game at all. Maybe that's intentional. And, you know, I really don't feel like the game does a very good job of explaining what items do or what items are, other than, you know, their names. So I think those are a couple of the only kind of problems that I have with the game. But all in all, I find it a very entertaining game to play, and it's a lot of fun. I suggest getting the game, if nothing else, for something just to do to kill some time, because it's a lot of fun for that regard. It's not the kind of game that you're going to sit and play for hours, though, because it does get a little monotonous with the same day over and over again, and frustrating at times. You know, when you get close to escaping and you get caught and you have to kind of start from scratch. But anyway, I think I'll close out here. Hope you've enjoyed this review of the Escapists, and I hope to see you next time. This is Zen911 for PxlGrease.